It's been a rough run of things for the lock of the night plays for 2024. We started off pretty hot in January, but has been stumbling throughout February and hoping that we can change things around in March. Obviously, this past weekend, it did not go to plan. We went 1-1. The one that mattered the most is obviously the one that I make for the UFC card. And this past weekend, it was Shamil Gadzhiev, who had a decent start, but his cardio started to fall off from jump. And it was obvious that Rosenstrike was going to start to take over and eventually find that finish down the stretch. Gadzhiev, I was unimpressed with his inability to get the fight to the mat even sooner, as he has shown in previous fights that he was able to do that pretty easily. Seeing how Almeida was able to get Rosenstrike to the ground pretty easily and then get him out of there, I expect Gadzhiev to do the same thing, but that was not meant to be. I should have trusted somebody with a little bit more experience in a sense, right? Like Vitor Petrino was another big spot for me this past weekend. Again, I don't mind playing chalk into the minus 350s, minus 400s straight up as a lock of the night play, especially if I believe that they're going to go out there and absolutely dominate their opponent. And that's exactly what Vitor Petrino did. So, yeah, very. I think I got a little bit caught up in the seeing minus 130 on Gadzhiev, and he closed at minus 180. Obviously, I can't predict the line movement there, but I thought the line was just way too close, and I needed to take advantage of it, and I ended up falling flat on my face and because of that. On the regional scene for Octagon 54, we did hit our lock of the night player with Mohamed Machayev, who was at minus 130 as well, so it kind of cuts the bleeding in half in terms of the lock of the night that I missed for the UFC. Just about half, but still not where I want to be for the lock of the night predictions, going into the third month of the year. Right now, the record is 10-8. Yuck. Vomit all over the place. That is disgusting. Minus 15.07 units for a minus 17% ROI, but there is plenty of time to still get back on the horse. No chasing, just stay the course, trust the reads, learn the lessons and try to be better moving forward. Again, this is a far cry from last year's performance where we were firmly entrenched in profit there, but we want to get back on track slowly and steadily. I got 3 more lock of the night candidates for you guys this weekend. Obviously, the one place you'll be able to find the exact play that I'll be going with is the Patreon page. So make sure you guys check that out if you want to see which of these upcoming 3 breakdowns I'm about to do for you guys. I am entrusting with the lock of the night moniker. One more quick thing. There are 3 regional events I'll be breaking down this weekend in written form on the same Patreon page, but I will also be doing a regional breakdown for the YouTube channel for free for the public out of those 3 regional events. So which one would you like me to break down for you guys? Please let me know. PFL Europe goes down on Thursday, LFA goes down on Friday, and then Saturday morning we got ACA. I am more than willing to choose one of those 3 to do a video breakdown, and drop it for you guys for free. Otherwise, if you want to get access to all 3 of them, check out the Patreon page. But please let me know in the comment section below which of those 3 you would like me to break down on the page, and I'll do that for you guys as soon as I can figure out which one you guys want. All right. Let's get into the top 3 lock of the night candidates that we have for UFC 299. The first of which is going to be in the form of Kyler Phillips, who comes in at minus 230, going up against Pedro Munhoz. Now, Munhoz has fought the best that the division has had to offer, but it's obvious that he falls short against guys that are able to utilize good footwork, good technical striking, and take advantage of the fact that he throws wide looping hooks and sticks with the calf kicking game. Phillips has the speed, has the footwork, and the technical striking to take advantage of Pedro Munhoz in this spot. The only thing that's a little bit of a worry is once this fight hits that 3rd round, we know Phillips start to slow down. But I believe that Phillips will still have a speed advantage here, which should allow him to stay safe enough in the deep waters, which should allow him to go out there and win this fight on the scorecards. Munhoz will be hard to put away, but I think Phillips has a good enough style, as he showed throughout his run. Obviously, his only speed bump was a loss to Julian Paiva, where he threw the kitchen sink at Paiva and then gassed out in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. But we know he has learned his lesson from that, and I expect him to utilize those lessons in this matchup against Pedro Munhoz and chip away at Munhoz en route to a decision victory. At minus 230, not a bad spot there. The second lock of the night candidate I have for you guys is going to be Jack Della Maddalena, who comes in at minus 160 as he goes up against veteran Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns is coming up to his 38th birthday now, and I believe he is starting to slow down, and I also think that he's going to come up short against guys that are young and hungry and ready to go against the top of the division. Burns normally takes advantage of guys that he can get to the ground and grind them up from that top position, but if he's unable to do so, he usually gets touched up on the feet. He has a decent and improved striking game from when he first came into the UFC, but Maddalena is clearly the best striker that he's faced in the last several fights, at least the best striker that's closest to their prime, and we know that Maddalena is improving his takedown defense and get-ups, just as he showed in the Kevin Holland fight. He was able to evade a lot of the takedown attempts that were coming his way, and I believe he'll be able to do the same thing here against Gilbert Burns as he touches up Gilbert Burns over 10 minutes or so, and I believe he'll eventually find that knockout in the second or third round. The third and final lock of the night candidate I have for you guys is going to be Benoit Saint-Denis. He comes in at minus 210 as he takes on Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Now, Poirier was firmly entrenched in a legacy-type fight era in his career. He was going up against the Conor McGregors and the Justin Gaethjes and the Michael Chandlers, and now he's being thrown a young, hungry lion who's more than happy to go out there and try be triumphant over a veteran, a former interim title holder, a former title challenger, and I believe that Saint Denis has the perfect recipe to go out there and put Poirier through the grind and eventually finish him by submission. Poirier struggles with guys that want to take him to the ground like this and try to grind him out. We even saw Michael Chandler enjoy a full round of top control before Poirier was able to finish him in the third round, but we know BSD is way more aggressive than Michael Chandler, especially when he gets fighters into the grappling range. Once he's able to open up the back of Poirier, I fully expect him to go out there, snatch up that neck, and take home a rear naked choke, which is why he's the third and final lock of the night candidate that I have for you guys. Which of those three did I end up going with? Check the Lock of the Night Patreon page in the description below. Otherwise, let me know who you guys are going with as your lock of the night for UFC 299. Drop a comment below and let your boy know. All right, I'll be back tomorrow for the top 3 dog of the night candidates. See you guys then.